Hey guys, Chris here, welcome back. So, just wanted to make a quick video since it's been a while since I've made a Z06 video. Just to give you an update with the car and where it's at. I just finished it up last week. I got it back on the road. Been driving it around a couple days now. Basically, last winter I parked the car right after Thanksgiving, and then right after New Year's I started taking it apart because I had a few parts I wanted to install. Mainly a remote bleeder for the clutch, and there's a couple little things I wanted to work on. As I took it apart, I found kind of more and more things. I found the rear main seal was leaking pretty badly, and I found the transmission and the diff were just completely caked in oil and debris and all kinds of stuff. And also because I was going to take the torque tube out to put the remote bleeder line in for the slave cylinder, I decided to rebuild the torque tube, and then I decided to replace the clutch and flywheel. And then I decided to fix all the leaks in the diff, and then I decided to upgrade the internals of the diff with other parts. So it just kind of snowballed among itself to being quite a big project. I thought I was gonna, so I started right after New Year's. It was like January 6th or 8th or something I started. And I had planned to have the car back on the road towards the end of March so I could go to an autocross. Well, that ended up not happening, mostly because of the clutch I ordered. So I ordered a Mantic ER2 clutch, which was back ordered, and there's this whole big long story about how they messed up my order, and then their SFI certification expired, and it just kept going on. 3.5 months after I ordered it, I said the hell with it, and I canceled my order and got my second choice, which was a GM LS7 clutch with an aluminum flywheel. That, by the way, I placed an order on I think a Wednesday, and I got it on a Friday. I got it literally 2 days after I ordered it, which was really nice after waiting 3.5 months for the Mantic one that never showed up. So that really delayed the project a lot. But then there was other things, like I ordered parts for the diff, and then they were back ordered, and I ordered other parts and they were back ordered. So it took a long time, mostly because I was waiting for parts, but also mostly because I just kept finding things that I wanted to work on. When you have the whole drivetrain out of the car, there's always something, well, let me say this. When you have the whole drivetrain out of the car, there's a ton of things you could work on. And I just wanted to do all of them because it was there and I didn't want to have to take it apart again. So I ended up doing a whole big laundry list of things. I don't think I'm really going to explain all those things right now. The car is about to cross 125,000 miles. So I think once it does that, and I put a couple hundred more miles on it as it is, then I think I'll make a video talking about all the problems I found and fixed. But for right now, I just wanted to make a quick update and say what's been going on with the car, and then what I plan on doing with it the rest of the summer. Oh, I was going to show a clip of starting the car up with open headers, because once I did finally get the clutch on and the torque tube and all that stuff, I wanted to start the car up and make sure it was going to work well before I went through the hassle of putting on the tunnel plate and then the exhaust and the wheels and all that stuff. So I started it up with open headers to make sure everything was okay, and the flywheel and the pressure plate and everything was fine, and there was no weird vibrations or anything. So I'm going to play that video. I think it's kind of cool to hear the car with open headers. It's really loud. It sounds really good. I don't plan on starting it like that for a long time ever again. So I'll put that clip in. That's pretty entertaining. All right, guys, Chris here. So car is back together, mostly. I just have to put a couple things on, but before I put the header, or before I put the rest of the exhaust on, I want to check and make sure everything is functioning kind of the way I think it should. So I'm going to start the car right now. It's open header, so it's going to be really loud, but I want to start it. Just get a basic check and see how everything sounds. And then I'm going to finish installing the last couple things tonight. So here we go. 40 psi oil pressure. Just tell me if the rear wheels are spinning. And then pretty much it, yeah. So the car's back on the road now. A 2-month project turned into like a 5.5-month project, but I guess that'll happen. I ended up fixing a lot of things and getting a lot of projects done that I wanted to get done. I also installed some upgrades to get ready for doing track events and stuff. So that's pretty much ready to go right now. The only thing I really have to do is I have to get the clutch broken in. I put about 100 miles on it since I put it back together, so I'm just taking it easy and getting the clutch broken in. I think I have to work on the rear ride height because I had the entire subframe and everything out of the car. The rear end is kind of not sitting right, so I think I have to play with the ride height to get it level and probably get the car aligned. About 6 weeks or so, I have an appointment to get it tuned. Because it has a check engine light for a few reasons, so I want to get that fixed and then make sure everything's good with the tune because the tune that's on the car is unknown, so I want to get a good known baseline on it. And yeah, I'm looking at finding some kind of track event coming up. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of put that out there as to why there really hasn't been much about it, is because I've been working on it for 5 months. You know, a car I bought just for fun to not really work on, I ended up spending a significant amount of time working on it the last 6 months. But I guess that happens, you know, with any used car. You kind of want to go over it and make sure it's good before you take it on track and stuff like that, because I found some things that you probably don't want to be driving 140 miles an hour on a track with some of the things I found on this car. But it's significantly better now, so it's significantly more safe to take on track. So I think it's going to be well worth the time to go through and do all that sort of stuff. And I've also learned a ton about the car, so if something goes on, at least I have a significantly better understanding of the car now compared to when I bought it last fall. So that's pretty much a wrap. Yeah, check back soon to see what I do with it. Bye. What are you doing? CT, what are you doing, buddy? Hey, what are you doing? Did you just shut the door on me? What'd you do? What are you doing? What are you doing, CT?